What's going on, guys? Flying Busy here, and we're back for another Pokemon Masters video. So the other day I made a video on Entei, Cobalion, and Latios making a return, which is very nice. And I did a little bit of a mistake on Entei's return. I thought it was gonna be today. I guess I just misread the the information. But it is what it is. So instead of today, he's coming out tomorrow, so on the 5th. If I paid attention the first time, I could have gave the proper information, but you guys probably saw it on the wording anyways. So, but anyways, with Entei coming out first, let's actually take a look at every sync pair that we have now in the game. Because of course, when Entei first came out, there was a lot of sync pairs and a lot of sync pairs that, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of sync pairs we didn't have, and a lot of sync pairs that didn't have a grid at the time now have grids. And we got more sync pairs as well. So like Entei is just gonna be insanely easy now, especially if you've already been playing the game for a while. Like if you've been here when Entei first came around, you definitely have more sync pairs now. So like the event is just gonna be so much easier. So, but yeah, I did not beat Azelf, so I really hope Azelf comes back soon too. But we just got Azelf, so I don't think he's gonna come back anytime soon. But Entei, he's coming out tomorrow, so let's actually take a look at the sync pairs that we have now. So like, you know what, let's just go to the Pokédex, because there's some sync pairs that I don't have that you guys probably have as well, so. But anyways, so we look down the list over here, and we can see Chris with Totodile, they got their grid now. So going up against Entei, they're just going to be insanely good, because you got Waterfall, and of course the grid, you're going to get MP refreshes and everything, and you got Mega Kick, and you got Pick Up the Pace MP refresh as well, if you get lucky. So like, I mean, you can really do a lot of damage to Entei with Feraligatr. So like, if you have Chris and Feraligatr gridded and everything too at 3 out of 5, Entei is just going to be so easy. Like, there's many other options as well. Like, if we go down the list over here too, and we go all the way down, we also have Palkia now. And of course, Palkia is just going to be very good because of that Hydro Pump and then Critical Strike 9 that they have on their passive. And then if you have Critical Strike 3 or 2, that turns into either Critical Strike 11 or 12. So, like, Palkia is going to be a very good option against Entei as well. And another option that you could actually use, especially against Entei and Cobalion, is one of the newest members to the decks is Luxray and Volkner. Because with them having Thunderfang and being able to flinch or paralyzing their target, or both, if you get very lucky, and then having Hostile Environment 4 and Aggravation, they're going to be very good when it comes to putting status conditions on the legendary event Pokemons, or not the event, the legendary arenas. They're going to be very, very good. And especially with their grid, like if you have them at least 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5, I forget where you actually need to have 3 out of 5. But I think it is 2 out of 5. I could be wrong. But like Luxray has Electric Train power up, like not like an actual power up, but where like when you have one of the tiles active in the grid, Luxray will have reduced damage when you're in electric terrain. So you're just going to be tanking a lot better as well. And then when you have electric terrain MP refresh, like Luxray is just going to be taking no damage, and then you could probably heal as well. So like Luxray will be a very good option in these legendary arenas, just because he'll help you so much when it comes to flinching, paralyzing, and just taking damage, especially when you have electric terrain up, if you have that tile active. And then he also gives like a guaranteed crit for the whole team, I think. When the field is in electric terrain, raises the accuracy of all ally sync pairs. Okay, so if you use the trainer move when electric terrain is up, then you raise the accuracy for everyone on the field, which is still good, of course. So like Luxray is going to be a very good option in these legendary arenas. But like, I mean, when Entei first came out, like Totodile, Feraligatr and Chris, like, I can't stress this enough. They're gonna be so good, and I have them, I think, 4 out of 5 in the grid. But I definitely have the whole grid active, but I don't know if it's 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. But they're just gonna be so much better, and they flinch on the waterfall too. So like, they're gonna be very, very good. And like, I mean, their attack set isn't like the best or the craziest, but I mean, when you get Pick Up the Pace MP refresh, you could just constantly go for a Mega Kick and just do an insane amount of damage, especially against Entei, because it's weak to water type. So, like, I don't, okay, so I don't know if, I actually forget if Barry and Napoleon had their grid when Entei came out. I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they did. Because I remember, like, when Entei came out, they got their grid, and they were basically made for that legendary arena. So, yeah, Barry and Napoleon had their grid there. But another great option is going to be Mega Blastoise. I don't have them, but they're going to be very good because of the support that they're going to be able to do. And with their grid basically getting expanded a little bit more, and the buff that they got from a small update, like, they're just insane now. So they're another great option that you could use against Entei. And, like, of course, if you are a new player, then you haven't had the chance to face Entei the first time when he came. And a lot of people would say that Entei, it was the hardest event out of the legendary arena Pokemon that we have or had. So, like the the options that we have now are just so much better, and like, Entei is just gonna be so much easier. So if you are a new player, then maybe you might struggle against them. But if you are a player that faced Entei when he first came out, and you have these sync pairs now, like, they oh yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot easier. I know I'm going to be able to get that 4-star medal, because that's one of the medals I'm missing, including with Azelf, but I didn't really fully try as much as I did against Entei, so, like, it's going to be very nice and satisfying to finally get Entei's medal. And then, of course, you got Floatzel still, too. Like, you got other options. You don't need to use water types. You could use anybody. Because, like, when you have Entei flinched and you're doing a lot of damage, like, I even did a lot of damage with Charizard when he first came out as well. So, like, I mean, it just depends. You need to have a good strategy, but of course, water types are going to be very good. And like, now with Cobalion, like, if you have Red and Charizard, where are they? They're there. So, like, when you have Red and Charizard and they are 6 stars, oh yeah. You are just gonna destroy Cobalion, like, literally, like, you're just gonna destroy him so much. I mean, their 6-star sync move, they're like, it's not really gonna be like a big difference because there's no 3 Pokemon in the field like Latios. But I mean, being 6 stars, you're just getting a massive buff anyways, so, like, they're gonna be a lot better. And if you really want, you can even run Superior 6 stars as well, get your sync move off with her first, so that you could tank a little bit better against Cobalion. And then start doing everything with Charizard when he Mega Evolves as well. So, like, what I did to beat Cobalion the first time was I used Charizard, of course. I kept using Heat Wave or... oh, no. I used Torterra, Charizard, and Torkoal, so I could at least get the burn off. And I used Torterra because of his passive, where he lowers the attack every time he gets hit. So, like, that will allow you to tank a lot better. And then he has a full restore as well, which helps a lot. So, like, okay, so I'll show you the team very quickly, actually, of teams that I used against Cobalion and then Entei, or gonna go with Entei, because I don't have Entei's 4-star medal, but I'll show you teams that you could use against both of them. Like, Latios, he came out like a month and a half ago or so, like, he's still fairly new, but the main ones are Entei and Cobalion, because a lot of people miss that, of course. But so with Entei, this is probably going to be the first team that I'm going to be using. So, like, it's going to be Palkia, and I'll have, yeah, Swanna there for Palkia, just so, like, the move gauge can go up a lot faster with him, and we could get defense buff as well, and we have Potion there. And for over here, we are probably going to have Eevee, maybe. Because I mean, I know we're going to be better when we flinch and everything, so I don't know. It's probably going to be Eevee or Luxray. Probably going to be either or. Because having Luxray flinch Entei is just going to be so much better. And we get the move gauge refresh with Luxray too, so, like, it's only going to be like one move gauge for Thunderfang if we get lucky with the refresh. and then that will allow Palkia to like easily use his Hydro Pump over and over and over again. Because then when we have electric terrain up as well, that will increase Palkia's accuracy when Volkner uses the trainer move. So that will be a nice combo to use over there as well, because Luxray will increase the accuracy for everybody, as well as flinch and paralyze Entei as well. And then you have Swanna here with bringing up the speed by a massive amount, and increasing the physical defense as well. And if you have Luxray's grid 3 out of 5, then you're going to be able to take even less damage, because of the Taio, where you like take less damage when you're in electric terrain. So like, I mean, this team is a not bad option, but of course it all depends if you have Luxray. But if you don't have Luxray, then you could even just go in with Gengar and put Entei to sleep if you want to. But like, I mean, there is tons of options even for free to play. So like, that's why I said, like, if you don't have Luxray, then you could just go with Gengar, increase your speed even more, and keep putting Entei to sleep. So with Swanna having her grid and everything too, you can get MP refresh on Potion, and then you'll be just fine. And another team that I'm probably going to go in with is, of course, with Chris. Going in with Chris like that. And then instead of Volkner, I'll probably have Elisa, and Rotom. So at least we could have X accuracy. So like, in case we don't get lucky with the MP refresh for pick up the pace, then at least Elisa will be there for the accuracy and for the dodging. So like, in case we get like very, very unlucky, then we could just rely on Elisa for the accuracy. And then for the support, I guess I'll have maybe Hilbert. Probably a bad decision, but like, I mean, I just want to have fun as well. So like, Hilbert I would probably have over there because he gives speed for everybody, and he could flinch with the waterfall, but I wouldn't recommend using waterfall with him. I just go for the speed, and then he also increases attack as well. So like, he's not a bad option, but like, I mean, he can tank fairly well. Not the best, but like decently. So like, I'm mainly just using him for speed, so that everybody in the move gauge refresh, or the move gauge just goes up like crazy. And then of course, we also got Empoleon for Entei. And a lot of people used Empoleon. He's probably going to be like the best option, or one of the best options, of course, still. Because like, Empoleon, like, he came out when Entei, okay, his grid came out when Entei was first came. So of course everybody's going to be using him, and then with the level cap of 125, it's just going to be so much easier. And Barry and Empoleon are one of the best sync nukers in the game too, so the options are just very good. So then like, with Empoleon, of course, you're gonna want to run Starmie and Misty. And that's like a free-to-play team, of course, right there. And then if you did not use Swanna, then you could probably even just put Swanna on this team as well, and just be a complete free-to-play team right there, and you'll be just fine against Entei. Because you increase your special defense because of Starmie, and then you also increase your physical defense because of Swanna. So like, this is a very, very good free-to-play team to go up against Entei. And to go up against Cobalion, like I said, like, Charizard is going to be your best bet if you have him. But if not, then Emboar is going to be very good. Infernape, even Ethan with Typhlosion, because their grid they're just insane now. Like, they're insane with their grid. So like, they're another very good option for Cobalion. And actually, I'm sorry if if everything is unorganized. I'm just jumping between like Entei and Cobalion, but for Cobalion, Typhlosion is going to be an amazing option as well because of his grid. So like, he's very, very good now. And then of course, Torkoal is still good, but I mean, for the burn, I would rather just go for the flinch, or paralysis with the Luxray, because they're the chances of that happening is much better. And then you got Ho-Oh. Like, the options are just so good. But for Cobalion, like, obviously if you have red, you'll be just fine. You don't have to really like make multiple teams, because if you have red, then you're gonna easily get past like a lot of his health. But like for Cobalion, just focus on doing status conditions, and then when you have a status condition on Cobalion, you're just gonna be doing a lot of damage anyways. So like if you don't have Red and Charizard, you don't need to worry, because if you have a status condition on Cobalion, then you'll be doing a lot of damage. But anyways, that like is gonna be it. Like the best option for Entei for free to play is gonna be this team right here, because of just how well they work together. Because Starmie with Catch Us If You Can, Empoleon raising the special defense because of Starmie, and then physical defense because of Swanna, and then the speed getting massively increased, and then you got Potion MP refresh. Like this free to play team is amazing for Entei. But like of course, if you have Charizard, he's gonna be your best option for Cobalion. But that'll be it for the video. Entei comes out tomorrow. Good luck to everybody doing the event, especially if you're new to the game. Entei will be he looks very big in battle, but a lot, like of course all the other legendary arenas. But anyways, that'll be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you're new, hope this helped you in any way. Honestly, even if you've been playing for a while, hope this helped you guys. But that'll be it for the video, and I'll see you guys later.
It's always hard when the journey begins. Hard to find your